Yeah, what's the wind doing at the time of your shot and how it affects your ball in the air?
Yeah, this was a great example of a simple question, a performance question from an athlete, where we were able to actually facilitate a connection between two sports where they were able to come together and learn from each other.
I was in the UK caddying for one of our athletes over there, Quinn Croker, and we were talking to him about the wind, and he was having some frustrations with trying to predict the wind and what it was doing with his golf ball. A little bit of frustration came about that, not knowing exactly how to judge the wind, and I just joked with him on the day and I said, why don't we chat to someone at QAS when we get back and have a chat to someone about sailing. Maybe they know a thing or two about wind, we can maybe learn from them.
And so Matt contacted me after they returned from their overseas tournaments and asked the question around whether the QAS sailing programme could help the golfers to understand the wind a bit better and how it impacts their game. The QAS sailing programme is another sport within my portfolio here that I support, so it was really easy to make the connection between the two and to kickstart those conversations.
The opportunity came and thought, yeah, it'd be great to sort of do that collaboration. We can teach them about wind and weather, and then from them hoping to learn a little bit about performance pressures and how they replicate that in their training environment, which is something that we could certainly do better as a sport. So the workshop we did this morning was all around the weather, the wind, clouds, stuff like that, especially for the golfers, sort of looking at how the buildings, the tree line affects what the wind does in and around that, and just getting them to think about it in more of a ever-changing environment. It's not just you just set up and tee off. So thinking about how the wind will affect their ball in the air and what it's doing when they're about to tee off.
So we're out here at Golf Central now, where we're doing some training with our athletes. We've buddied up one sailor with one of our golfers, and our coaches have designed a training session for the next couple of hours, showing them how we train under pressure, also understand the variabilities of the wind that we've got out here, plus different lies and conditions, and going through the process of how we train our athletes to get them ready to play golf. Yeah,
it was really good watching that golf session. So they do a really good job at direct feedback, and then building in that pressure as well. Like, everything's a game. The banter those boys and girls had was pretty amazing. So definitely envious of that training environment for sure.
Think about it is a 2-lap race. So we always draw the wind arrow coming down the board.
So we've got a combined session this afternoon. So all our QAS athletes in different classes, kites, windsurfers, lasers, they're all going to be out there. So a bit of a gameplay sort of situation, similar to what they took us through. So points score a team's race. Yeah, basically highest points in this scenario wins. And yeah, doing it for the team.
Yeah, but it's been really cool, this initiative to get the golfers and the sailors together, sharing information, learning from each other, and trying to grow the sport and succeed.
On reflection, I'm really proud of the way that the two sport programmes, the athletes, the coaches and the support staff all came together so openly and willingly to learn from each other. I think it's a great example that we can set for other sports within the organisation around what we can actually achieve and how we can get better together.
Yeah.